So, hi, I'm with Darren Gibbon. He is our IT guru. Darren, do you want to just introduce yourself?
Yeah. My name's Darren Gibbons. I work for DFG Technology. We provide support and consultancy services to small business, so business to business consulting. Everything from email setup, data backup, security, etc. Everything that a small business needs in today's remote working society, I guess nowadays.
And how long have we been working together for?
Oh. That is a good question, because it was back in the Reigns Architecture times, wasn't it? So before Pride Road, so it must be 4 or 5 years plus, I think.
Yeah, definitely plus.
Yeah.
So, I think when you're a new business, I know I really struggled to kind of understand the difference between IT,
Yeah,
and SEO and web,
yeah,
and then mailings and marketing,
yeah,
and then CRM systems.
yeah.
We've had many conversations about this when we started up.
We've had many conversations about that, and also about how we link it all together. If you remember, we had a very long meeting, I think, in a Cafe Nero or something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you were talking, if there were people out there who were maybe thinking about setting up their own business,
Yep.
Can you explain the difference between kind of IT, web, SEO?
Yeah, I mean, if people are setting up their own businesses, it's important to look at the IT, because um, I can't imagine there's many businesses these days that don't rely on IT. I've seen it in my career where even bigger companies, they seem to not spend as much money as you should do, on IT, and it'll cause them more pain and so on in the long run. So to be able to set up a good platform for a business is important. Starting off with email. I mean, there's the big players. There's Office 365, which we used and we migrated away from because you wanted to go to Google. Either one of those are great for a new business starting off, especially because of the other tools that you can get with them. I know that you're Google, Lisa, but I'm a bit more of a Microsoft man, I'm afraid. So, but I don't need to be biased, So it's that. I see a lot of smaller businesses these days, like simple things, not registering, maybe using Hotmail accounts instead of their business name, for instance. So I know yours is prideroad.co.uk. That's a really easy thing to register a domain name. And get someone like myself to help out to register that, get it set up within an email, and actually start receiving emails as the identity of your business. So that's good. Backups is another one. I think people always forget about backups, or just put files on their machines and so on and so forth, and maybe don't back it up. And then everyone's probably got a story about when they had a problem.
Yesterday was a really good example with Untitled Road. So bearing in mind we've got quite a sort of a large team. We've got sort of Adam, who looks after the web and the SEO.
Yeah.
We've got David, who looks after social media. We've got Chris, who does the CRM, and Darren, who sets up the systems.
Yeah.
We had the franchise site went down.
Yeah, the franchise site went down, and I panicked a bit, like we always do, because I don't like it when it's down.
Yeah, so the first thing that you do is you talk to anyone who's vaguely techie and go, oh, it's gone down, and then it was like, and then Darren went, right, I'm on it. I'll sort it out. So what happened? What did we do?
We had to restore. There were some files that were missing for some reason, which we're still looking into. But this happens sometimes, and because we've got backups on that, we just restored those files from the previous night's backups, and then the site was back up and running again. Tested it.
So how long was it down for? Probably.
It was probably 2 hours. I think 2-3 hours.
Oh, maybe 2-3 hours.
Yeah. But 2-3 hours. But it takes time for a little bit of investigation there, and so it's not always 2-3 hours when things go down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It can be 5 minutes
Yeah.
sometimes. But
I mean, I constantly get emails coming through saying, don't forget to renew your fast host domain.
yeah, we need to do that. The Reigns architecture one
I've
came.
just done it. I've
Yeah.
just
Oh,
done
you
it.
just yeah.
And it's about just keeping track of what's going. It's so easy to forget. You think, oh, I can handle everything.
Yeah, and going on about things like subscriptions and things, it's not easy if you're not in IT, I guess, and don't know. For instance, you mentioned the SEO, which is search engine optimization for web searches, specifically Google, really these days. And one of the sort of, I guess, rules that Google puts in place for that is SSL certificates. And we have to renew them every year, and we've recently just done it in the last couple of months for Pride Road and Pride Road franchise.
What is it? What's an SSL?
It basically it secures the communications between the web browser on your machine and the website, and it's also an indication that the website is a safe site to go on as well. So unlike these these links that you can get in emails sometimes and take you to websites that are try and put malicious code on your machine and so on and so forth. So it's a bit of a safety net for to prove, not always, but to try and go towards proving it's a safe site. That brings me on to as well, antivirus is another one that maybe people don't do, or even if they've got Macs as well, think they can not have it, but there's a lot more people. No, I know. So I know you've got one. I've got one as well.
I think we need to have another look at that.
Yeah, but there's a lot more people using Apple Mac these days. So more people use a device, more people will write malicious code and so on, and try and get around it. So antivirus is another important one that you need to have on your computer, and antivirus with firewalls as well, when especially for laptops and so on. So
you manage the hosting of the websites.
Yes, yeah, that's right.
What does that mean?
Basically,
to the layperson, what is web hosting?
Web hosting. We just basically provide a platform where the website sits and runs from. So we obviously maintain that, put the SSL certificates on that, and as part of that service, it's backed up as well, just in case there's any issues like yesterday. Then what we do is we give access to your SEO and your web developer as well, and they'll take care of actually the content on the site and actually put the content on the site. So we just provide the platform for a home for it, if you like. I think that's the best thing to say.
Yes. And we had issues last year about speed of the site.
Yes.
So
I can't remember what that was about.
Wasn't the hosting in overseas or something?
Oh yeah, it was
a million places.
Yeah, so we moved the hosting to a UK hosted provider because the one we were using, I'm not going to mention names, but the one we were using, although the website was in the UK, the traffic was being routed through Germany, I seem to remember, and it was causing us some problems. And as well, going back to search engine optimization, that's one thing that Google looks for, is the speed of your site as well, and that's where you appear in the rankings as well. So these things needed to be sorted out. So the web developer got in touch with us and asked us about it, and so we actually moved all of the websites we host to this other platform to provide the similar speed increases for the other clients as well.
Yeah, as a small business, I think it's really easy to underestimate how much you actually spend on IT. I mean, that's really surprised me. Setting up my business, I had no idea that how dependent we are on IT, and how much we spend on it, whether it's your email accounts, the web hosting, the maintenance of the website, all the different bits of software that you need to buy to run everything, from your CRM and your booking systems and your campaigns social media. It's
but it even goes back down to the hardware as well that you have to buy, so the laptop,
absolutely.
all of that, you
Yeah.
know. And I'm guessing, you know, you've obviously got other CAD software and stuff like that you need.
Yeah, I mean that we're quite unique, the way that our business works, because it's a very simplified model.
Yeah.
We don't carry CAD software on our computers. We we do the hand drawings and then use a team of sort of technicians to actually do the CAD drawings. So that's brilliant because it's less time consuming for us, but also we don't have to carry the software like AutoCAD or Revit or BIM or you know 3D what's it doodahs, and we don't have to have the machines to carry. So you could, you know, operate off a Chromebook.
No, I've seen that, because we done some work for a structural engineering company up in Manchester, and they have the, you know, the Autodesk, the Revit, all of that, you know, all of that software. And yeah, some of the machines are quite specced out, you know, have to be for that kind of thing. So.
Yeah, so I've just got, I mean, I've got a little MacBook Air, and I like it because it's light, small, and I like to be able just to carry my computer around with me just to take to clients. Yeah, and I'm also on a iPhone.
Mobile phone, yeah.
iPhone. I've just got the 11 actually, and I'm actually thinking of investing in an Apple Watch.
Are you?
Have you got one?
One of these. Yes.
So right, we're still recording.
I know we are. Yeah.
How do you find your Apple Watch?
I think it's brilliant. I love it. It does everything I need it to do. So it's you know, it does my health stats that I quite like. I can do my steps. You know, I got this last year, so this is the 4, not the 5. But I don't think there's an awful lot for it.
Are you on 4G? Is it a 4G one?
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's brilliant because it works well with my iPhone. You know, we in IT, you know, especially, I mean, things like 2-factor authentication is brilliant. Yeah. So that's when you log into a website, and previously, like, banks do it via a text message, which isn't necessarily the best. But like, you can, you know, the authenticator on here is literally a login on my computer, and it pops up my watch and says approved. Click on it, done. You know, it's lots of things like that.
I'm just finding my phone's just getting more and more distracting. And thinking having a watch, hopefully, it's a little bit more subtle.
Yeah, I kind of I tend to, like, on my phone, I turn off the notifications for emails, because I get that many a day, and you know, I get like I run to my phone from the other side of the kitchen, and like, oh, got an email. Oh, it's Amazon trying to sell me something or something. You know what I mean?
I think we've kind of gone a bit off topic, but
yeah, no, I know. Sorry.
Right, let's bring this to a close. So thanks very much, Darren, for joining us.
Okay.
As you can see, Darren knows everything about tech, and he's on hand if there's any technical issues. Okay, cool.